gentle giant with a heart of gold, a story of service that's yet to be told. John Ronald Tungay, life lived so bright, turning our shadows into pillars of light. With a cheerful, spirited, and a hand held out wide, he walked through this world with the stars as his guide, enriching the thousands, the young and the old, with a warmth more precious than silver or gold. So sing out loud, let the mountains ring, for the man who taught the very world to sing. From the Drakensberg peaks to the Drakendale halls, he answered the music, he answered the calls. A legend in harmony, a soul set free. Fair winds, John Tungay, and a following sea. He moved among leaders, the great and the wise, with the same humble sparkle deep in his eyes. From the grace of the Queen to Madiba's warm hand, he carried the song of his beautiful land. He saw the potential in a young boy's refrain, and built up a choir to heal every pain. A founder, a doctor, a mentor, a friend, a legacy started that never will end. In the quiet of March, as the autumn drew near, he slipped through the veil, leaving memories so dear. Just shy of 90, but he'd done it all, standing so steady and standing so tall. At Drakendale School, where the new voices rise, we see his reflection in talented eyes. So sing out loud, let the mountains ring, for the man who taught the very world to sing. From the Drakensberg peaks to the Drakendale halls, he answered the music, he answered the calls. A legend in harmony, a soul set free. Fair winds, John Tungay, and a following sea. Godspeed, dear John, as you sail to the light. Your spirit is soaring, your spirit is bright. The music goes on in the hearts you have touched. A man we will miss, and we love him so much. You're a legend, John. Rest now in the melody.
Farewell, my dear friend, John Tungay. Good evening, folks. Welcome back. This is Chris live in Central Pennsylvania. This is Chris live in I just thought we'd take a few moments and share a couple of interviews I did with John over the past few years. This one's from October 2022. It was done remotely.
Wife Paula were the most amazing of hosts. It was absolutely one of the top highlights of my trip to South Africa. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. It's absolutely. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me, John?
Yes, I'm hearing you fine.
Okay. No, I said, yeah. No, you and your lovely wife Paula were absolutely the most amazing host. And the experience in Howick was truly one of the most amazing parts of my trip in South Africa. And quite frankly, I have to be honest, one of the best experiences of my entire life. And I'm not exactly a 20-year-old, so saying that really says something. So I want to thank you for your hospitality, the experience, watching me watch the Springboks even play a horrible game against the Wallabies. that was interesting. But
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was something else. It was a bit disappointing, but but nonetheless, it was an amazing experience. The time I spent with you and your family, it was absolutely wonderful. And I've come to know more about you since then. I know a little bit about you prior to that, but listen, I got to say, with the experiences you've had, the things you've done, the things you've accomplished in your lifetime, what's it like on your 800th birthday? It must be coming up soon. 800 years old.
I'm now 86.
You're not 800?
So it's no 8 plus 6, 86 years old.
But my point, John, is that you've accomplished so much. It's multiple lifetimes of things that you've been able to achieve, and it's just truly amazing. And so it's just a compliment to you. Listen, for folks who don't know, you're the founder of the Drakensberg Boys Choir School, which is world-renowned, world-famous. And more recently, the founder of the Drakendale Girls Choir School, which is now the Drakendale School. It's also for boys. You got involved in that very early on, back in the 1960s. And now, reading some different things about your life and your biography, I understand that you were influenced by music very young and wound up playing the organ at a very young age. Is that true?
Yes. I started playing for Sunday school at the age of 10. And when I was 12, my tutor, Sir William Dean, said to me, "You better be good this weekend." I said, "Why, sir?" He said, "Because I've had you appointed organist and choir master of a big church in Durban North." And that started it all off. Because the strange thing, Chris, was this. You can imagine a little guy like me in short trousers looking up in a choir practice. And there was old Mrs. Becker there of about 75 years old. And I'd said to her, "Mrs. Becker, you're singing out of tune." She said, "I am not, little boy. I am not." What did you do? Yeah.
No, it's absolutely
what memories.
It's amazing the memories you have and the people you remember. Honestly, other than a few teachers in school, a lot of the people from my youth, I don't even remember who they were.
Yeah, no, I did see him last year, and you could see that at the age of 88, approaching 89, actually he was almost 89 when I saw him. He was slowing down. But at the age of 87, John Tungay got me in an automobile as we went to the Mandela capture site outside of Howick and scared the bejesus out of me driving 140 kilometers an hour on the motorway at the age of 87. I told John, I said, "John, could you slow down a little bit? You may be in a hurry to meet Jesus, but I'm not. I still got a few years left in the tank." To which he laughed. Now, this one here is 1 year ago. This is my last interview with John in his kitchen last year. We were talking about the Conservatory of African Music. This is last year with John Tungay. Hey folks, welcome back to Chris Wyatt Reports. This is Chris in Howick, and I'm here with none other than the world famous founder of the Drakensberg Boys Choir, and later founder of the Drakendale Girls Choir, which has become a unisex school, John Tungay. John, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Hi, nice meeting you again. I wanted to give you a little snippet of news.
Okay, a little bit of update here about Drakendale.
No, it's more than that.
Okay, more than that.
Drakendale is working on a surprise package for the whole of Africa. That's all 50 plus countries. Music is what is needed badly in this continent.
In this crazy world today.
Yes. And what we believe is this, that just as we've had great success with music so far, it has been mainly just singing. Whereas the musical instruments, the drums, the dancing, whistles, all this, nothing. Nothing for the last 50 years whilst we've been doing other things.
So it's time to try something else.
That's what we think. And so what we are working on is a plan to build the most beautiful building, which will be the centerpiece for the whole of Africa. And we just wanted you to know tonight that we're going to be talking to the architects, and we are going to build something really beautiful. But
will that be here in South Africa then?
Yes.
And do we have a name for this, or what it's going to be called?
Yes, as we are seeing it at the moment, it is music and the conservatory.
So a conservatory, okay.
Yeah, the Conservatory of African Music.
The Conservatory of African Music. This is a first time.
So there you go, folks. That was 1 year ago at the age of 89, still contributing to the human spirit, still devoting his time to uplifting others. Only 810 views on that video a year ago. That's so disappointing. And I hate this platform for its shadow banning. I'd ask all of you that are here if you could go and give it a bump just to watch it, maybe tick up the views on that when you get a chance as a tribute to John. That's just a 6-minute video. You don't have to watch it all. But I'd ask you to do that. So, yeah, 89 years old, still concerned about the quality of human life. Yes, and legend. Welcome, folks. Welcome back to the program. Apologies for being a little emotional, but I lost my friend today. Actually, yesterday. And I found out about it today. So, anyway. When I saw John last year, I feared it might be the last time I ever see him because he had slowed down demonstrably from the previous year. It's almost as if someone had put a brake on, like the parking brake was engaged, and you could see that he was puttering around, and it was becoming challenging. But his spirit was still there, his clarity of thought. What an amazing life. He will be missed. He will be missed. I've contacted the mayor of Howick, Chris Pappas, and asked if the city could do a tribute to him, and they do plan to do something in recognition of John Tungay's life. So my thanks to Mayor Chris Pappas and to his staff at the municipality for even considering that. I know apparently recently their media person interviewed John, and so I wish them all well. To all those who have gone to the Drakensberg Boys Choir over the decades, I hope that you had a good experience that you cherished, that formed part of your life, that was a positive experience. It's all possible because of John Tungay, who founded it, and whose legacy was stolen by his nasty evil brother and his parents, despite the fact. But we all know who founded the school and who got it going. It was John Tungay. And John, later in life, started the Drakendale School in Howick, which was initially for girls, but then expanded to boys as well. And it's an amazing little project, and I hope it continues long into the future. We will, those who are able to help fund that place, and maybe we can find some more funding, but John was the patron for that place and the inspiration for it. And those kids perform quite amazingly there. Yeah. All right, so, gosh, guys, what a long day. I didn't take a nap, but I tried to lay down and dozed off for 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there earlier. Just a long, long day. I've been busy typing up some of my notes to send to the Office of Refugee Resettlement, which I promised to do. Yes, and so hopefully I'll get that done after I finish the stream tonight. Also, I've got to do at least one video. I understand that apparently Vikenu Mabalula has opened his K-hole again. He's got that foot and mouth disease going, and has trying to get the government to institute a law to call the people who fled the country as refugees treasonous or something like that. It's ridiculous. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers for John Tungay and his family, his wife Paula. Yeah, so thank you for that. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Everyone's been awake since 2 o'clock. Jeez. All right. Yes, I do have lovely memories from John and his wife Paula and their lovely home. Okay. Your stepfather was the same age, passed away just before him. I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss, Chris Marie. Yeah, Amazing Yacht Destinations, he was a legend. Yeah. Thank you, Broken Arrow. Yeah, he was still driving at 87 and scaring the bejesus out of me. I didn't know if we were going to make it to the Mandela capture site. He took me to the Howick Falls. He took me to the Mandela capture site. Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. I drove to the falls. I should have had him drive the falls because it's in Howick. But the capture site's out of town. We had to go out on the motorway. He scared the hell out of me. Oh, my goodness. Not that he was driving poorly, but you know, when you're 87, I don't think your reaction time is quite as good as a 27-year-old. So I was a little bit concerned about that. Yeah, anyway. A nephew also sang in the choir once. His voice broke. Not sure if it's correct. He stopped. Yeah, no, Ingrid. That's. I guess you can say that in English. Your voice broke. Yeah. When I had puberty, I had a angelic voice when I was before puberty, and I sang in the choir at church, and then puberty, and I cannot sing. It went deeper, but it didn't hit that level, and I just couldn't sing anymore. So, and it really sucks because I love to sing. I love music. I have no talent whatsoever. None whatsoever. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bjorn Scott. Yeah, I did say so. I said last year, I hope it's not my last visit, but I was hoping to see him this year. Because of politics and events unfolding in South Africa, I haven't come already. I intended to come January to March, but in that time frame, but that hasn't happened. So I haven't shared that publicly, but I did intend to come to South Africa between January and March, and I haven't done it for a variety of reasons. Instead, I've been focusing on visiting refugees here in America where possible. And yesterday I visited at least 25 refugees in Maryland. Yes, some of whom have very valid complaints about their treatment, and I'll be relaying that the Office of Refugee Resettlement in a report that I've drafted earlier. It's just a page long so far. I don't want to inundate them with information. Yeah, so working on that. What else did I miss here? Thank you all for your thoughts on the loss. Okay. Okay. All right. People saying hello before that. What is this? Macedonia. What about Ramaphosa? I hadn't really talked about him yet, so I'm not sure what that was. Good morning, Gail. Hendo, what's going on, man? What's going on? If Erica's here, my apologies for chastising you earlier today. I had a senior moment there. She wrote in all caps and I chastised her just out of habit. Carlos, what's going on, man? How you doing? The world was a better place because John Tungay was in it. That's a fact. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. It was a much better place. Anyway, yeah, so just not getting past that mark on these videos. Putting some really good videos out and just not getting the views. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. These leftists in America can make their videos and lie about refugee program in South Africa and get 600,000 views. I tell the truth and I get nothing. Very sad. Yeah, it was a senior moment. I definitely had a senior moment earlier today. It was also cold outside. Chris Kruger, welcome to you. It was also very cold outside. I was freezing my nads off earlier today. I was fine, but I mean the wind would pick up behind me. It was very frustrating for that. So, yeah. Anyway, that song, the lyrics that I drafted and ran through AI to improve, and then generated that song in Suno. I didn't even listen to the second version. That just first version just hit like a ton of bricks. That tribute to John Tungay. So, Hendo is your alarm clock. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about a few things. First off, we had this this aviation crash yesterday, which I didn't report on because I was on the road. That's pretty hectic. I mean, that was something else. We've also had a lawyer murdered in South Africa today, 35 years of age, an assassination, it looks like. Just crazy stuff going on in South Africa. Leaked reports about the DA, the murder accused apparently must be convicted. Now, Eugene de Kock has denied any role in the Craddock 4 murders. They're hysterically going after him 41 years after this supposedly happened. Yeah. And so they'll probably convict him because he's white, whether he did it or not. Yep. Johannesburg Stock Exchange is about to have its worst performing month since 2008 because people have lost faith in the South African economy, which can't survive the Iran conflict. Yep. South Africa's 2 trillion rand investment drive is in jeopardy here, as it probably should be. Yep. And Dangote's refinery is picking up exports to the rest of Africa. Well, that's good if they can manage it, because people need refined fuel. LaGuardia Airport collision adds to travel disruptions caused by the Democrats shutting down Homeland Security. Air Canada flight, what a horrific situation. A fire truck sent across the runway in the path of an Air Canada jet landing, and the pilot and co-pilot were obliterated. They did not survive. Miraculously, it's an absolute miracle. Other people apparently survived. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Allegations that South African Broadcasting Corporation journalist Natasha Piri was paid for information, but I mean, she was paid 500 rand. That sounds like a ridiculous amount of money. Wow. Apparently paid her for information, but who the hell sells their conscience and soul for 500 rand? A member of the Shwana MMC is under suspicion and suspended from party activities as a consequence of the Mhlanga Commission. This is just crazy, folks. I mean, it just goes on and on. The corruption every single day in South Africa. You find more and more corruption. It's absolutely unbelievable what's happening in South Africa. Yet the mining banking stocks in South Africa are plunging. They are on the worst path for the worst performance since 2008 financial crisis. Despite a volatile session and in positive territory, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange remains on track for its worst month since 2008 financial crisis as the Iran war drives inflation fears and the sell-off in mining and banking stocks. Price of oil plummeted after President Trump said ultimatum is delayed. His administration delayed their ultimatum to Iran to target Iran's energy infrastructure. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. The Johannesburg Stock Exchange Top 40 has lost 15% of its value this month. It's not going well there. Yeah. It's crazy what's happening in the world is full of crazy stuff. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the Pentagon has changed its restrictions on journalists after losing a court fight over that. The Dow Jones surged 600 points today after Trump said he and Iran have productive talks. And the communists in Namibia have followed suit with the communists in South Africa. Namibia has rejected Elon Musk's Starlink from operating the country, denying satellite internet company both the telecommunications license and access to the spectrum. Whereas in South Africa, they have never applied to ICASA, so they haven't been denied. They just haven't applied. The Communications Regulatory Authority in Namibia published the decision in official government notice. Did not provide any reasons for it. So this is just more racism and bigotry in Africa against those who have pale skin. There's no reason whatsoever for Namibia to block the Starlink system. After all, Starlink brings services to remote, poor communities and places without high-speed internet access. So, of course, we want to keep that from getting to the rural areas of Namibia where SWAPO is strong. We wouldn't want them to be informed about things going on around the world because then they won't vote for SWAPO. But this is beyond the pale, this sort of behavior. You have Starlink throughout Africa, but not in South Africa, where communists don't want them to operate because they won't be able to get their grift and get their share of the company that they didn't earn. Namibia blocks Elon Musk's Starlink from operating in the country. Then not only they've actually rejected it. There is no basis for this whatsoever. A remote, desperately poor country with people in areas with no internet access whatsoever. And what access they do have is over mobile network, and it's very limited and very expensive. And what do? They block something that can help millions of people. That's what communists do. They don't care about the people. They care only about themselves. These slow and confusing instruction going on. Yeah. So they've blocked Elon Musk. That's just crazy. Ah, that is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So this thing, what did Professor G say? People are telling me I don't see any news on Fikile Mabalula at all that talks about this. Let me see. No, I see nothing. Let's just see what news he comes up in today. No, I see nothing. Nothing at all. So I'm not sure. Let me go to see Professor G's video. Oh, that's it. Afrikaners Traders is right there. Let's see. Does he have any video footage in it I can refer to? Mummy crawling through the tomb. Okay. Don't see any links he's got here, so what's he talking about? Is there footage here? Let's see.
Consider supporting the work that I do. As well, if you would like, there's a link in the description to buy me a coffee, and you can support the channel that way as well. So someone sent me this video yesterday.
Anyone who wants to march in the country can march. We are allowed to do so. What is wrong is when white Afrikaners who become the new fur draggers go to the United States of America and go and badmouth their own country. That is very wrong. And in Parliament, we have said we must look at the possibility of introducing a law that will make it treasonous for anyone to go to another country and trample on the rights of the other people in the Constitution.
Fikile Mabalula is not in Parliament, so what is he talking about going in Parliament?
Now, in case you missed it, what this video is of the ANC march that took place over the weekend in order to proclaim the sovereignty of South Africa and, of course, to protest and...
Yeah, it was a ridiculous march by a fool, led by a fool. He's an embarrassment even for the ANC. Showed a video from Newsroom Africa. Yeah, well, you got to be careful, Newsroom Africa. That's a fake news outlet. Mabalula did make a bunch of whole ridiculous tweets again, and some people at the march Saturday had a lot to say about who leave, talk bad about South Africa. Hope your body gets better soon. It's so reassuring to know someone like you is caring for people out. Well, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, very low IQs. Yep. He's a complete clown. Oh, he's definitely a complete clown. There's no doubt about that. He's an embarrassment. How this man ever rose to be the police minister is beyond comprehension. But South Africa's had a series of idiot police ministers, one after the other. Not just the cat in the hat, but, you know, of course, don't forget the former leader of Interpol, that frickin' loser. Yeah, wound up in prison for his conduct. All right, so the traitors to South Africa are the ANC thieves who's stolen from the people of South Africa. By the way, no one said anything about the tulips. Check out the tulips, man. One of the tulips is reaching the top of the White House. Look at that. Look at that. Already up there. There's the tulip bulb opening up, a purple one. Here's a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth. 5 tulips, and all the way to the top of the White House there. On the other side, they're all still growing, and now they're opening. Here come the pink ones. There's 1, 2, 3, and I see 2 more back here getting ready to come out. 4, 5. The pink ones are coming just a little bit behind the purple. Yeah, the tulips are doing well. Yeah, they're doing well. Jackie Slibe, that's you talking about. Yep, that idiot. Well, just another girl, you almost didn't see me tonight because I'm tired, I'm knackered, I have a lot to do, and I've got a lot to go through, and I need to make a video tonight, but I need to find this thing. So let me go to Fikile Mabalula's X account and see if anything strikes me. Husband had a big ass American flag until he got his forward, so the security guard at the mine told him the other day he had heard that all of us were crawling back to South Africa. What's this?
It's been an unbelievable time in South Africa. I can't thank you enough. Hospitality.
I'm a great fan.
Thank you. The hospitality has been amazing.
A very poor player.
Yeah.
So ANC Secretary dipshit Mabalula says this is footage of genocide against whites in South Africa. This is a non-South African. Dudes. Yeah. So let's see what people put up here. Steve Holtmeyer put Fikele Mabalula. It was 1979, my first year at university. Yeah. Yeah. There's a murdered white woman in South Africa laying in the street. The cop just standing there. How did the UN define genocide in 1948? Convention defines genocide to mean certain acts enumerated in Article 2 committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethical, religious, or racial group. Yep. He's such a buffoon. And the EFF saying, kill the Boer. ANC Secretary General. This guy is cruising for trouble here. He said, be aware as an accountant impersonating me, send messages to people about opportunities. Yeah. Why anybody would impersonate Fikile Mabalula is beyond comprehension. Yeah, he's posting a lot of stuff. Seeking relevance. But I mean, his view, he gets less views on his Twitter than I do. Look at this. He gets fewer views than I do on Twitter. The Secretary General of the ANC has 1,900 views. 2,500. 1,900. 3,000. These are from a day ago. 3,000. 2,000. 2,700. Look at, he posted all this crap yesterday and nobody but his sycophant, 1,500, his sycophants are watching. There's a 13,000 one. There you go. Okay, wow. There you go. Wow. 7,000. All right, meanwhile, let's look at my Twitter account. Okay, let's see how I do. I haven't even looked to see how I'm doing. But let's take a look and see what I've got. Okay, so let's see if I've got any views. Okay. All right, so let's see how I compare with Fikile Mabalula, who had 2,005. Okay, that one has 3,700 views. Okay. Let's see. Another looking for views that I posted here. That one only has 879. That's disappointing. Okay. So I'm behind him there. Looking for stuff I've actually posted. Nothing here I've posted. Where the hell am I post at? I hate Twitter because you should only see what I've posted, not my reaction. Post. I didn't post those things. I reacted. So let me find something I posted here. Oh, come on. Guess I didn't post much recently. Oh, there we go. 1,600. So I'm keeping pace with him, Fikile Mabalula. But I don't have hundreds of thousands of viewers like he does. Just got a handful. Yep. What else? That one's got 2,200. My song. So, yeah. That's why I don't mess with Twitter much. It's annoying. 17,000. There you go. 17,000 and 25,000. Look at that. 25,000 for that video. 17,000 views for that. 17,000 views for that. Look at that. Fikile Mabalula can't hold a candle to me on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Fikile Mabalula supposedly has how many followers on Twitter? I have 13,700, which, not a lot. He has 3.1 million, and I outpace him on Twitter. Sometimes doesn't make sense. The dude never makes sense. Supreme Court of Appeal has dismissed attempts to put a stay on the employment equity imposed in business country. Well, it violates the Constitution, so there's a problem. So someone better take it to the Concord lickety-split, because it violates the Constitution. No, nothing's picked up after any march. Road Angel changed their name. Husband. Okay, what else? Yeah, but the flags are yeah, I have to move them because they're the tulips. It's getting hard to see them because of the colors. Yeah, but when they open up a little bit more, maybe I'll take the flags down for a little bit. Yeah. Can we not do a dual live with Professor G? I asked Professor G to come on my program as an interview. He hemmed and hawed, didn't respond. Then he said no, he can't. And so I didn't ask. And then I suggested we do a joint one. And then he said, well, he has to think about it. Then he wrote to me a couple weeks before St. Patrick's Day in the beginning of March and said, hey, can we do something on the 17th? And I said I was sick. And then I responded later on. I said, well, you know, I couldn't because that's something else going on. And then he had to back out anyway. So I said, was it a one-off or do you want to do this? He said, no, I want to do it, but I have to do it like on a Tuesday. So maybe the week after I get back from Las Vegas, you might see a live between Professor G and I. So we'll see. I've tried several times, and he is not available, but he's expressed an interest in doing it now. So we'll see what happens, okay? We'll see what happens. All right, okay. Husband is the applicant who meets the program. I'm applying as a derivative spouse while I'm Chinese citizen. I wonder if it will affect it. No, shouldn't affect your citizen at all, Crystal. Shouldn't affect it at all. If your husband is eligible and you're married to your husband legitimately, then it doesn't matter. We already have a family that's come over here with a German passport. She was a primary applicant, and he has a German passport, even though he's born in South Africa. And so he had a safe haven passport. I wouldn't call China safe haven, but yeah, no, it shouldn't matter. So you married an Afrikaner. That's an interesting mix. Chinese Afrikaners. Okay. Loyalty might bring fans, but respect bring likes Colonel. Don't think Fakela can comprehend that. Thank you, Meerkat. I think I understood what you meant. Chi shows us even followers knows he's an idiot and a fraud. Yeah, exactly. Definitely share the video, especially my ex-boyfriend and his mom, as he was invited to join the choir and being an accomplished multi-instrumentalist. He would love to have been a part of this. Well, that's cool, Karen. That's the difference between active viewers and just following for the sake of following. Exactly right. Exactly right. Here we are at 11:30 at night on a Monday night, and it's 5:30 in the morning in South Africa, and we have nearly 200 people watching this program, which is awesome. It's awesome. Now, that includes the people here in the States now and the people in South Africa, so, yep. You guys know why you always knock on the refrigerator door before opening it? There might be a salad dressing in there. Ah, it's a dad joke from Bloodkop. Did I see earlier George Steinberg in from Heckport? George, greetings to you. It's so reassuring to hear. Thanks, Colonel. Have a good night. Definitely will get well. Okay, Crystal, I'm pretty much all the way back from my illness. Watch the infighting increase the next couple months. They're going to start taking each other out. Oh, yeah. The ANC is... Despite what the Social Research Foundation claims, the ANC is in trouble. Yep. By the way, folks, I do have some announcements for jobs if people are interested in it, okay? Let me, if you're in Florida, okay. If you're in Florida, okay. Oh, come on, that's not right. There we go. What? Oh, that's why. Huh? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right. Too many. Okay. Yeah. So I've already told people about a job with a company called Harmony Villas. And Harmony Villas is a place where if you're South African and you're over here, they have locations around the country. Let me see what the locations are. This one's in Florida. It's between Jacksonville, Miami, and Brevard County. So this is a care facility. They were looking for South Africans to do care work who are refugees. So if you're in Florida, Harmony Villas, it's Harmony Villas, ALF, Adult Living Facility. So Harmony Villas with an S, ALF. I'll give you the link We'll put that in there if you're there. And the gentleman who owns that is South African originally, living here in the States. So if you want to check in on that, you can. Also, he has other businesses and other jobs available for refugees, so I'm going to share that with you. I don't advocate for or against this. I'm just simply sharing what's come to my attention so you can check into it. So if you're living in Florida and you're interested in doing care work, there are jobs awaiting. So there you go. If you're a South African refugee, you can reach out to the Harmony Villas. Now, he also has available, he says he has, he's based in Melbourne, but he's looking for South African ladies for that type of work. Okay, he and his family immigrated from South Africa 20 years plus, and they love it in America. They've been following my work. He's got several businesses, including assisted living facilities. If there's any South African ladies down in Florida, Melbourne, there you go. Also, what did he say? He also says he has various positions in the construction industry, including plumbers and electricians. If you want to contact them, you can reach out that way. And those locations are around the country. If you're a South African plumber or an electrician and you're looking for work, you've just come over as a refugee, then you're going to want to reach out. The gentleman's name is Johan Strom, and you can send me an email, and I will pass your number along to him. Or you can simply go to Harmony Villas ALF, adultlivingfacility.com. Will there be another screening or longer screening process because of my Chinese system? No. Why are you presuming that, Crystal? First off, I'm very confused. You're married now for a country name's Crystal, but you're Chinese. Sorry, don't mean to poke fun at you, but that's kind of odd. Anyway, no. No, it won't be a longer process. No. Are you a criminal? If you're not a criminal, what are you worried about? Are you concerned because you come from a communist country? We don't penalize you for that. There are lots of Chinese living in America. You have the flu and got 5 vaccines today plus a flu shot. Well, yeah, it's a bit late. It's not going to help you now. No, you're welcome, just another girl. These things come to my attention periodically, and I try to do something with it. Well, you say you just want to confirm. Well, how can I confirm something that I don't work for a USCIS? All I can tell you is what I know. Yes, Sigi, you guys are a communist country. If we weren't letting people escape communism, then we'd make the South Africans stay there. Yeah. Mati's now 3rd on the log. Oh, that sucks. I haven't looked at that. Daughter's married to Filipino. They are approved on cultural orientation. Exactly, Loretta. Exactly. Trump says talks with Iran, posts coming from Iranian officials or spokespersons saying no talks. Who's lying? The Iranians. They're always lying. They're always lying. Well, that's why I tell you, you just can't trust what you hear in the news. Crystal said that's reassuring. She's laughing. Just another girl's got the flu too. Husband does cattle auctions, buys cattle for slaughterhouse. Are there job opportunities? Yeah, absolutely, Vodka Model. Yeah, there are jobs here. I'm not really sure how they work or how you apply for them, but I mean, when I was a farmer, I went to the cattle auctions every weekend. Went to those things. In Lancaster, in Lancaster, Ohio, I used to go to them, and that's when I saw a boar castrated for the first time, and I was like, oh, no. I stood there and had my hands over my crotch, like, that does not look pleasant. I have no doubt that people from Africa get tested for parasites, no doubt whatsoever. But how do they test you unless they give it a poo sample? Are you giving poo samples? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there are jobs like that. We have slaughterhouses here. We have lots of Cargill's a big company that has slaughterhouses. We have a lot in the Midwest and Texas and places like that. Yep. Big ones. So, but yeah, cattle auctions. Yeah, we have stuff like that. Absolutely. Can I get a 535? Yeah, Black Angus heifer right here. She's a 2-yearling. Yeah, down 25.35. $2,500 for this breeding stock right here. Black Angus heifer right here. She's going for another one now. The man over there in the yellow cap. Okay, got $2,700. 28, 28, 28, 28, 29. Yeah, sold to the young lady for $3,000. Yep. Off to the rat race. All right, LZ Hubbard, take care. Okay. Yeah, poo samples. Well, okay. All right. Well, if they're checking for parasites because they're going to deworm you. If you got it, they're going to get dewormed. Sorry, but that's what's going to happen. You're going to get dewormed. Just like a puppy. Just like a puppy. Well, lots of people in Africa do have parasites, particularly in West Africa and Central Africa. The stuff people eat, what they pick up, pretty scary stuff. Oh, my phone is way down 24%. Hey, guys, at the War College today, I went to the War College Foundation, which is a private institution that that supports the Army War College. It pays for guest speakers because the government can only pay so much for an honorarium, and sometimes speakers charge a lot more. So to get high note, worthy profile people, the War College Foundation, which is supported by graduates of the War College like myself, they will fund that. They're currently breaking ground on an alumni center, which they will build. It starts construction in a few days. This has been planned for a while. They broke ground in September, but they'll start construction in a few days. It'll go into next year. And that facility will have a kitchen. It'll have meeting rooms. It'll have a presentation room, audio visuals, plus lots of information about War College graduates, the history of the U.S. Army, yada, yada, yada. And then the plaques with our names on it, the graduates, every graduating class since the Army War College was founded over a century ago has a plaque with every graduate's name on it, emblazoned on the plaque. That was on the Army War College building. It was in its second building, built in the 1950s, which is now abandoned. That's where I worked at when I worked at War College a few years ago, but they finished a new building 2 years ago. And that new building is also called Root Hall, named after Elihu Root, who was the founder of the War College, the Secretary of War back at the turn of the 20th century. So all these plaques, and there's one for every year, so there's over 100 of these damn things, they get mounted on the building after the class graduates. And that includes the resident and the distance education, all the international officers on there too. And so it's pretty awesome to see that. Those are all currently in storage. Once that new facility is finished, all of our plaques will be mounted in that building. So I was at the foundation today where they sell t-shirts and coffee mugs and sweatshirts and pens and books and all kinds of things, to support, and they raise money. But if you're a member, you get a discount, a life member. I'm a life member. But they have these prints of these plaques, these bronze plaques, and you could pick your year going back many, many years. So I saw that my class was on there, the U.S. Army War College class of 2014, and these are all the officers who graduated. So now we have these are the U.S. military officers who graduate here in the top portion. Down here, these are the international fellows from different countries, and these are War College fellows. These are aligned with the War College, and they come for a week, twice in the year or something like that, to do the War College stuff that they need to get their degree. But they attend private universities like Yale and Harvard and UC Berkeley, things like that. So this is alphabetical. And if you look down here, right here in this part over here, it says William M. Wyatt, MI, Military Intelligence. And that would be right down here would be this sexy fellow right here. There's my name emblazoned on there. Now, one thing you should know about this is if you are caught, even at any stage in your life, of committing a heinous crime, or if you are convicted of something, or more importantly, from an academic standpoint, if you turn out to have committed plagiarism and they find people long after the fact, they go and they carve your name out of this. They scratch it out. You can find years in which the members' names are scratched out. It's really something else. While I was a student at the War College, we had a senator from Montana who was found to have plagiarized his entire paper. He didn't write anything. I mean, he just plagiarized all of it. He just copied things from sources and pasted it all together and submitted. I guess he didn't have a very good professor who bothered to check things properly, but he was accused of plagiarism because he was a Republican, or was he a Democrat? Anyway, the other political party wanted to go after him because he was appointed senator, and now he's running for senator for that office out in Montana, and they didn't want him in office. I think he was Republican. He could have been Democrat. I don't remember. Anyway, so they went back, and the other political party researched his whole life, and they dug up his thesis from the War College, and they looked at it, and it was pretty obvious that it was plagiarism. So they submitted a complaint to the U.S. Army, which went to the War College, and an investigating committee was formed, an academic committee, and my professor was on that committee, and they determined he committed. So that year that he graduated, which was a few years before me, his name has been carved off the plaque, his bachelor's degree has been rescinded, and he has lost all of his rights and privileges as a graduate of the Army War College. If we had those plaques in storage, they would be long gone on a boat back to China. Yeah, because they're made of bronze. All right. So, yeah. So, for instance, we had Hussein Abdallah from Lebanon. We had Christopher Adianga from the DRC. What else we got here? We got Luis Celis from Chile. We've got Bodhi Mohammed Sheikh Oud from Mauritania. Let's see if South Africa's on here. Canada, Netherlands, UK. I don't think we had a South African student that year. No, I don't see anyone from South Africa on here. South Sudan, Japan, Armenia, Zambia, Kosovo, Lithuania. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this. This is actually a replica of our plaque with all of that 400 plus names on there who graduated from the Army War College that year. It's pretty cool. It's really, really cool. It was one of the great experiences of my life, but it was even more of a pleasure later to be called upon to go back there and teach the War College. Yep. Okay. Yeah, guys, let's not confuse people with matching grants and assistance, because that isn't the same. All you're going to do is start a discussion, and people getting all kinds of arguments here. Some states have it, some states don't. Maryland is different than New York. California is different. Not every state has it. So let's not do that. Matching grants are just a state level thing. So let's just leave that out of the conversation, okay? Veroshka's off to work, as she usually is at this time of day. All right. So I'm surprised we only have 692 people tuned in tonight. That's a little bit surprising. Last night we had many more. Did get my Social Security card today in the mail, 1 week after applying for it. There you go, Broken Arrow. Go get a job. Go get a job. What did Grok say? I'm concerned that my wife's fingerprints will be held against her. Why? This was old news, but I wonder if the 2 American pilots who were detained in Guinea months ago were released. I don't know anything about that, Light Rain. Never heard about that. Were they military pilots or commercial pilots, and why were they detained? Guinea as in West Africa, not Guyana. Okay. All right. You're welcome. I thought people would find it interesting. That's why I showed it to you. And I had to buy that, of course. It wasn't free. Yeah. But I also picked up a couple others. I got with Whiskey Rebellion. That's a print of President Washington on horseback in his uniform as president, as commander-in-chief, assembling the militia and the army in Carlisle Barracks to march out west for the Whiskey Rebellion. He didn't go out west. He marched up to Carlisle, but then he sent 4 governors and forces out there, and it kind of dissipated before they got there. But the only time that the commander-in-chief has ever actually marched or led the U.S. military was General Washington, when he went out to put down the Whiskey Rebellion. So I bought that print. It was half price. The foundation got a whole bunch of them from a business that was going out of business, so they gave them a fire sale, so they were able to buy it at a very low price. And so, for instance, 50% off. So I got 50% off that print and off another one, too. So, yep. I will take them to the Arts and Crafts Center, where they do a wonderful job mounting things. And then just trying to see if something's over there. No, it's not. They'll have them mounted. And then I will, that'll cost me a lot, so I'll have to wait till next month. I'm on from South Africa. Welcome to you, Jaretsa. Lots of people are on from South Africa. Found a group photo of my dad when he's in the Army. Never knew what his group he was in. He never spoke about the war. Yeah, that's not a surprise. A lot of people don't talk about their combat experience. Would you host a war game? What do you mean by host a war game? I've done that many times. That's what I do. That's the consulting I do, is essentially kind of like a war game. There's a mini war game inside of it. How can I join your group chat? You're in the chat right now. What are you talking about, Crystal? You're in it right now. I don't understand. What do you want to join? Herman Russ, how you doing, man? Did I miss your super chat? If we had those plaques in storage, yeah, that would long be gone. Yeah, hey, Herman, how's it going? How's the tobacco world? WhatsApp. Well, that doesn't help me, Crystal. What WhatsApp? What do you want to join? Do you want to join the information only, where you receive information about refugee program and about my videos? I can make that available to you. But we have lots of WhatsApp groups, some of which people can participate in, others they cannot. Okay, so by the way, I have to be up for a 7:30 broadcast of business, so I gotta get up a little bit earlier in the morning. So this won't go as late as it did last night. That's for darn sure. Yep. Utopia, you can chat in some of the WhatsApp groups, but not in the refugee ones. That's why when people attack me, and I get attacked all the time, oh, you're such an ass in your refugee group. You block people and you ban us and we can't say anything. No, you're a liar. I don't have any such refugee group. You are lying. You are lying. I do not do that. So anyone that makes that claim is a liar. I have created these groups so that no one can participate. They can only receive. The reason for that is so we wouldn't have those problems. And I did that from the outset because I'm not stupid. I know how people behave. And so I only created the groups so that people could actually just get news. None of this bullshit, none of this cockprot, none of this nonsense from all the know-it-alls that don't know their butt from a hole in the ground. Almost everything you hear in a WhatsApp group or on Facebook is incorrect. Almost everything. Or it's a fraction of the truth. I know because people show me this crap all the time. So there you go. So that's available now. New Jersey and Chicago. That doesn't answer my question. I asked if they're military or civilian. Yeah, exactly. Max left both Facebook groups. They're absolutely bitching and moaning. Exactly. Why do you want to be around that? And Vodka Model says, refreshing. Thank you, Colonel. Yeah. And in fact, the intent initially was that the only thing would go in there is information, links to news stories or videos about the refugee program. But then Hendo was promoting my channel. He got a little carried away. He's the only one who can post in there. He started posting all my videos, and I wasn't comfortable with that initially, but then I just, okay, it's fine. Hendo's trying to help, so I just let it go. But my intent was only stuff on the refugee program. But as it turns out, it's only stuff that I produce or the refugee program. At least that's what's supposed to be in there. Pappy, you also closed off Telegram, got annoying at stage and almost left it. I'm not sure which Telegram group. I have 8 Telegram groups. Right. The idea, Georgina, is so you get necessary information, not to get to listen to people lie to you about shipping your pets over here for $200 and then call me a liar, or people lie to you about, when you can apply for a green card or if you can apply for a green card, or call me a liar because I correctly state what the law says that asylum seekers cannot work legally in America. They have to wait 6 months minimum before they're allowed to work legally, and even then, it's not a guarantee. Okay. Well, it's not just because of Hendo. I post all of my live streams, so I'm not really sure what you mean. All right, Francois Thron, have a good day. Well, Georgina, there's a lot of stupid people out there. Stupid people should wear signs. They really should. They really should. Stupid people should wear signs. I mean, you've seen some of these stupid people, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen some of these stupid people. Okay, what was this? 22. Oh, that was my refugee interview. Okay, why does it show up that way? Okay, so yeah, stupid people. So I was going to play the video, but I don't have the video, so here's the one we know. Here's the song. It's a great song.
Stupid people should wear signs, neon bright so we can find.
Oh, dear God, Jarazetta, are anybody paying attention? I just explained all this, and I posted a link, and I pinned it to the top of the chat to sign up for a group. And you're asking me for the same thing I just spent 5 minutes explaining? Come on, people, you really got to pay attention. You really got to pay attention.
A way to dodge their tangled mess. Avoid their chaos more.
Say less.
Wear a sign, wear a sign.
Save me from your twisted lies. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Not an ad, don't waste your time.
Politicians dance and spin. Blatant lies with a practiced grin. Blame the moon, blame the stars.
Blame the traffic or faulty cars.
You think they're 6, not 35, playing games to stay alive. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Save me from your twisted lies. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Not an ad, don't waste your time. Celebrities with tails so tall. Lost my yacht, it's so small. It's hard being rich, don't you see? You're living in your fantasy.
Okay, Jarzaretto, but I just said that it's pinned at the top. Pinned at the top. So unless someone removed it, didn't I pin that chat at the top? I'll put another link up. Let me see if anybody tried to join the group. We got 4 requests to join, okay? So 1, 2, and you're one of them. 3, 4. There you go. All right, so 4 people have joined that group. That group has almost the max in it. It has 1,019 members. You can have 1,025. The group number 2 has 1,018 members, so that's pretty close to. And group number 3, which I created because the other ones were pretty full, has 381 members. So we can still take about 900 people in that one easily. So, yep. I'm glad you found it. Cool. Okay. You have that sign as many people talking nonsense refugee program in daily news. Yep. No reason to apologize. I'm just saying I just literally talked about that. You really have to have patience here because you have people pop into the stream out of nowhere and like, oh, hey, what about this? And I mean, dude, I just talked about that 10 minutes ago. A lot of people tune into the live. They want to catch it live, and I understand that. You don't want to be catching up for something old. Yeah, it is pinned at the top. Yep. 142 likes. Wow, can we do a little bit better than 142 likes? Come on, guys. Make it happen. Make it happen. Here, those plaques in the store. Oh, yeah, that's Herman Rose. That was a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Herman. It's the only one that's come in the stream. Yep. I want to get... Okay. Oh, yeah, that song will be stuck in your head all day. But we can come up with... Oh, gosh, bless. Man, I need sleep here. Just don't get enough sleep. We can give you something more to stick in your head. We can do something else. There you got it.
The Wyatt Army. For decades in the uniform, he held the line so tight, defending freedom everywhere, from morning into night. From Europe down to Africa, the Middle East and home, the colonel hung his boots up, thought he'd rest his weary bones. He looked upon the world today, the chaos and the noise, and saw the messy circus of the digital decoys. He couldn't sit in silence, no, he couldn't look away. He waited in the battle, ready for a brand new day. They try to shut the signal down, the shadow and the band, but you cannot stop the spirit of a mission-driven man. Folks took notice of the voice, the clarity, the spark, and gathered around the fire he lit inside the dark. And the Wyatt Army marches on, the signal is steady, the confusion is gone. We don't need the fantasies from the left side. We've got the colonel and the truth is our guide. Yeah, the Wyatt Army marches on until the fake news twilight turns to dawn. We see the objective, we know where we belong. The Wyatt Army marches on. From the loyal subscribers to the trolls beneath the bridge, to the hate wankers hiding on the digital ridge.
Watch out for those hate wankers.
The evil or the kind, because the colonel's got the drive to open up the mind. Legacy media serving up the lens of lies and fake, but we shatter all the mirrors for the future's sake. Energy and enthusiasm breaking through the screen, the sharpest moral clarity the world has ever seen. They try to shut the signal down, the shadow and the band, but you cannot stop the spirit of a mission-driven man. We see the objective, yeah, we see it crystal clear. The army is assembled and the victory
Yeah, the White Army marches on. There you go, folks. There they are. Yep. That's the good one, not the buxom blonde what we have one. The White Army. Whites, Indians, coloreds, and blacks. There you go. The White Army marches on. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. Good stuff. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I enjoyed that one, yep. So anyway, yep. Ah, boy. Yep. What else we got here? So I haven't played this one in a while. People waiting in the queue for their turn in a refugee trip to America. I haven't played this in a long time.
Well, I packed up the backy while the moon was still high. Said goodbye to the Karoo and the Southern Cross sky. Drove past the carpets through the dust and the heat, heading up to the high belt to a city street. Got a suit in the back and a prayer in my chest, putting the frantic beating of my heart to the test.
And I came from the coast where the oceans collide, with the salt in my hair and my kids by my side. From the Cape Flats to Durban, we're answering the call. The coloreds, the Indians, the English and all. We used to be fighting over land and over name, but standing on the sidewalk, we all look the same.
And now we're waiting in the queue. Yeah, we're standing in the line, leaving the shadows for the bright sunshine. It's the latest great trek, but we're crossing the sea to the land of the brave and the home of the free. Trump opened the door, said, y'all come on in, where a brand new life is about to begin. Just waiting in the queue, hoping we get through.
I'm tired of the razor wire topping the wall. I'm tired of the sirens and the late night call. We're looking for justice, for law and for order, not the chaos running wild south of the border. I wanna sleep with the windows wide open tonight, without checking the locks or fearing the fright.
They say in America the fences are white, pickets of wood, not electric light. No racism, no quotas, just a chance to be fair, to breathe in the freedom of that American air. We're trading the persecution for a safe harbor shore.
We don't wanna live in this fear anymore.
Now we're waiting in the queue. Yeah, we're standing in the line, leaving the shadows for the bright sunshine. It's the latest great trek, but we're crossing the sea to the land of the brave and the home of the free. Trump opened the door,
said y'all come on in,
where a brand new life is about to begin. Just waiting in the queue, hoping we get through.
It's hard to leave the jacarandas in bloom.
Yeah, it is hardly jacarandas
There's
in bloom.
no room for dreaming in a lockdown room.
Yep. Hide in your house,
We
ain't
see
alive.
the shining city on a hill far away. Thousands of us praying for that visa stamp today.
Texas Instruments makes computer processors and calculators and other scientific devices.
There's an African, a farmer with his hat in his hand,
And a girl from the townships that just wants to land
in a place where hard work is the only requirement.
looking for peace, not a hostile environment.
With the weary, the hopeful, the tired, and the true.
Yeah, we're waiting in the queue. Oh, such a
Standing.
long line, leaving the heartache and the trouble behind. It's the latest great trek across the deep blue to the red, white, and blue. Trump opened the door and the thousands have come to the beat of a different American drum. Yeah, we're waiting in the queue, just hoping to get through to the shining city, to the shining city on a hill.
Biggest horse racing industry in the USA is in Kentucky. It used to be Kentucky, Maryland, New York, but it's mostly Kentucky these days. The Preakness Belmont, and the Kentucky Derby are the Triple Crown, the three biggest races. The Preakness is in Baltimore, but the horse racing industry has died there because the Democrats have killed it off in Maryland to steal the grazing lands for developments for their voters. Yes, so it's really got lots of problems. Also, they denied slot machines at the racetracks, claiming it would corrupt children, but children aren't allowed on racetracks legally, so it was a spurious argument by Democrats in the House of Delegates in Maryland. And then as soon as a Republican left office, they allowed casinos to be built at shopping malls. Talk about corrupting minors. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that's the biggest horse racing industry. So yeah, so there's that one. And then this one here is a tribute song for Fikede Blula. Blula. I like to say Mablula. This is for Kaylee. Obviously, he's listening to the voices in his head.
The voices whisper, soft as rain. Each one dances in my brain. Am I crazy or just free? Tell me now, what do you see? It's getting crowded in my head. Oh yeah, they laugh, they sing, they paint it red. Am I alright? You tell me please. But I feel fine, just swaying in the breeze. They chat at dawn, they hum at night. Their jokes give me a strange delight. Are they me or someone new? Questions bounce like a kangaroo. Oh, it's getting crowded in my head. Oh yeah, they laugh, they sing, they paint it red. Am I alright? You tell me please. But I feel fine, just swaying in the breeze. Trumpets play a golden sound. They echo deep, they spin around. Voices dance a reggae beat. In my head they find their seat. It's getting crowded in my head. Oh yeah, they laugh, they sing, they paint it red. Am I alright? You tell me please. But I feel fine, just swaying in the breeze.
The ancestors. Here's where the tempo picks up. It's getting crowded in my head. Indeed, that's a tribute song for Fikele, for the General Secretary General of the African National Congress. Yeah, but now, folks, we're not going to wrap it up quite yet. I've got to play this before I hit the rack tonight. This is gonna let me get into the mood to do a video tonight, which I need to take a look at. But this is "The Pot Boils Over." You guys know this song, don't you? Oh, this is one of my favorites.
The water's rising slow and hot. The frog's still dreaming in the pot. Steam whispers secrets to the air. Do you jump or do you dare? Tick tock, the heat won't stop. The lid shakes like it's gonna pop. The pot boils over again. Pressure rising, no way to pretend you crowds awake, their voices loud, a restless wave, a roaring crowd. Tick-tock, the time runs thin, boiling point, it's sink or swim. The pot boils over again, pressure rising, no way to pretend you can stay or leap. Take your shot, the pot boils over, like it or not. Pot boils over, pot boils over, like it or not. Pot boils over again. Pressure rising, no way to pretend you can stay or leap. Take your shot. The pot boils over, like it or not. Pot boils over. 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 Pot boils over, like it or not.
Ah, DS Road Angel. Otsihili Jang, eh? Kitsihili Sedley. Kelebo. Welcome back from Botswana. Yeah. The pot boils over. One of my all-time favorites, guys. The 3-year-olds dancing. Let's see if we can keep the 3-year-old dancing a little bit longer there. A little bit longer. Let me find one that might get the 3-year-old excited there going. The Bugger Off Bunny, huh? Let's see. We got that. That's not. Where's the... I'm looking for the... That's not going to do it. Where's it at? Come on. Where are you hiding at? I'm not finding what I want here. Come on. Be nice here. There it is. This one's fun. This is one of the second song I really fell in love with after my Save South Africa song. Did this last year. It's a short one. Oh yeah, the Colonel's got a plan. Down on the wide streets of Strand.
Colonel Wyatt's got a plan so sweet. A meet and greet down Strand's wide street. South African sun kissed the air so bright. We shared our stories through the night. Dozens gathered hearts in sync. With every smile the spirits linked. A room of faces worlds apart, bound by camaraderie heart to heart. Cheers in the air, laughter grows. Friendships tight, it ebbs and flows. Strand lit up like golden beams. A night that turns into sweet dreams. The evening hung with fire and glee. Connections blooming wild and free. Words were sparks igniting light underneath the southern sky tonight. Oh, the beauty, unforgettable glow of strangers and friends we didn't know, tying threads that'll last and weave moments shared with hearts on sleeves. Cheers in the air, laughter grows. Friendships tight, it ebbs and flows. Strand lit up like golden beams. A night that turns into sweet dreams.
Meet and greet vibes. That was one of my favorites. Oh, I don't mind the computer sound. It sounds good to me. Yep, that was one of my favorites. That was cool.
And this was the first song that really I liked that we did here. I got to find where it's at now. Where are you hiding at there? It should be before that. Here you go. This one's one of my favorites. Yes, please do, Emerald City.
Land of gold sunsets and skies so blue. Mountains whisper stories of dreams so true. From oceans roaring wild to valleys deep, a heartbeat of a nation that will not sleep. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, let it light the way. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, let it light the way. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. People sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, then weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. We know.
Oh, yeah.
It all.
Well, is the 3-year-old still dancing? The 2-year-old loves it too. Cool. Well, here's one more that they might like.
Bugger off, bunny hops in the fight. Wyatt Army marches through the night. For right and justice we stand tall. Faith in our hearts, freedom for all. Chris at my side, he's got my back. We move as one, we're on the track. Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy, setting the pace, bringing the vibe. Feel the rhythm, join the tribe. Through the shadows, through the rain, Wyatt Army feels no pain. Truth and love are guiding light. Bugger off bunny shining bright. With Chris the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy, setting the pace, bringing the vibe, feel the rhythm, join the tribe. Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy, setting the pace, bringing the vibe, feel the rhythm, join the tribe. Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy, setting the pace, bringing the vibe, feel the rhythm, join the tribe.
The bugger up bunny. My gift from Thea von Straten. Yeah, it is nice not having the trolls here. The trolls tend to leave when we start playing music because they can't handle music. They don't have a sense of humor. Why is this? Something's really weird happening with my stream or my software. Hang on a second. Let me do this here and then bring it back up. Maybe that'll fix it. That did not fix it. Odd. Something weird going on here. Let's try this here. That's weird. Anyway, well, it's broadcasting fine for you guys, so it's not really an issue. Right. Anyway, so for those who don't know, on the 22nd of March, 2026, Dr. John Tungay passed away in Howick, peacefully. And he will be missed. The founder of the Drakensberg Boys Choir back in the 1960s and the Drakendale Girls Choir or school in the 2010s. Dr. Tungay was a lifelong advocate for music, thinking he could change people's lives, and in his 89th year was still trying to orchestrate events for kids to fill their lives full of music and make life better. So, we miss him. No, trolls are seldom entertaining, except for Matthew Dixon, and he gets on my nerves occasionally too. So, yeah, trolls are not really entertaining. They're just sad people who have nothing better to do with their lives. Yeah, so anyway, so this is going to be a problem. I just realized, how am I going to shut down my stream? Oh, no, I can edit down here. Okay. My chat window just got, maybe I can refresh my chat. That might fix it. Nope, that didn't fix it. Something weird. Anyway, so software does funny things from time to time. Right. Okay. Well, it was the bugger off bunny. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and break here because I have to get to bed. I have to get up and do a Biz News interview at 7:30 in the morning. That'll be entertaining. And then I'm off to the War College again for another day of work. And also, tonight I didn't get anything done prepping for packing my clothing or contacting folks in Las Vegas for my upcoming trip. But I will be in Las Vegas weekend meeting with refugees. So the total number of refugees I've met in person, we had 55. So I met with six in Rochester. On that trip up there, I met with 8 in Alabama. That's 14. I met with another 8 in, I think it was at least 8 in Twin Falls. So 8, 22. Another 8 is 30. Those 30. And then I met 55 at the Bry, so that's 85. And then I met another 25 refugees after that in Dallas, so that's 110. And then in Maryland, I met another 25. That's 135. So that leaves Pittsburgh with another 140, over 140 refugees whom I've met in person in my treks across the United States. And I've talked to over 1,200 of you, either through chat, WhatsApp, or email. It's quite a bit. So we're just trying to keep it going here. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. I'm going to wrap this up by taking myself off camera and playing the second version of the tribute song to John Tungay. You're welcome to hang around and listen to it. I appreciate it. If you have to go, I understand that. But a life well lived, Dr. John Tungay, who's gone at the age of 89, just shy of his 90th birthday. Thank you all for being here. And we're going to go ahead and take myself off camera and put John up on the screen, and I'll play that song for you. Thank you all for being here. Have a good night. Be well, and it's always a pleasure. Where the heck is my camera at? Now I can't find my camera. Everything's moved around. There it is. Okay. In memory of Dr. John Tungay.
There is no WhatsApp number.
A gentle giant with a heart of gold, a story of service that's yet to be told. John Ronald Tungay, a life lived so bright, turning our shadows into pillars of light. With a cheerful spirit and a hand held out wide, he walked through this world with the stars as his guide, enriching the thousands, the young and the old, with a warmth more precious than silver or gold. So sing out loud, let the mountains ring, for the man who taught the very world to sing. From the Drakensberg peaks to the Dracondale halls, he answered the music, he answered the calls. A legend in harmony, a soul set free. Fair winds, John Tungay, and a following sea. He moved among leaders, the great and the wise, with the same humble sparkle deep in his eyes. From the grace of the Queen to Madiba's warm hand, he carried the song of his beautiful land. He saw the potential in a young boy's refrain, and built up a choir to heal every pain. A founder, a doctor, a mentor, a friend, a legacy started that never will end. In the quiet of March, as the autumn drew near, he slipped through the veil, leaving memories so dear. Just shy of 90, but he'd done it all, standing so steady and standing so tall. At Dracondale School, where the new voices rise, we see his reflection in talented eyes.